Another fine day, another beautiful day in the one to would want today and actually talk to someone, uh, another person who has inspired our community, another person who is doing a lot for our community. Today we'll talk to someone who um, is not just inspiring our community, is not just doing a lot for our community, but also is making sure many years from now, um, his legacy would live. Our community would be in a far more better place um, than it is today. Now, thank everyone who is watching. Thank everyone uh, who is going to this live video maybe later. You guys know already what we are trying to do is build a community. We're trying to build a community where a community of people who come together, put their resources together, ideas, money, like everything. We just put everything we have to see what we can do to better our community, to see what we can do to continue growing our communities. The life to do be very, very interesting. Be very, very interesting because the person I'll be talking to today is a friend, is a brother, someone I have known for a very long time. We grew up together. We playing soccer. Uh, but then he was different. He was different, and that's the reason why he actually got to where he got to becoming a professional soccer player, football player, signing professional contracts, making impact with football, going places, and all of that. That's the reason why we want to talk to him today. Like I titled this segment, it is building our community through football. Now, I want to make it clear when I say building our community through football, I'm not saying we play ball for build our community or we go for organize football tournaments for build our community. No, what I'm trying to say is what are some of those things we can start doing or we can continue to do or we should be doing as a community? You understand, especially that are football related to help us become a better person. That is the reason why we are going to be talking to Enoh Eyong today. We'll talk to him because he has the experience. We'll talk to him because he has been there, he has done it. We'll talk to him because who else? Who else? But somebody where you don't play ball, so they sign professional contract, play for national teams, so they be captain for national team and all of that. Who else? Today we are talking to someone who was not just captain, who was not just playing for the national team, but closer to somebody like Etofis. Etofis now one of the biggest icon them in football nowadays. The best thing if we do at this point in time now, see how we can get into the head, we can get into the mind, we can get into the way people like Eno Ayo think, the way people like Eno Ayo see things, that we will fit steal a few things from him or steal so many things from him and build our community with. Um, guys, go ahead and share. We have a few people watching already. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's always this group of very, very loyal people. We even before one say, oh, may someone share or may someone comment or may someone can watch. They are always there. Thank you very much. Trust me, we don't take what you guys do for granted. We know it's love, we know it's respect, we know it's support, we know it's community building, community building, community building. We get 5 people to watch already. I beg me that 5 people then share. Some will get 5 shares before our professional one come. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Now, Eno they text me, and we are live already. Now, give me 1 second. So yeah, I was with him on the phone. We're trying to figure out how he's going to join. It's going to be a beautiful segment. It's going to be a beautiful segment because, like I said, um, from the English part of the country where we come from, Enoh Eyong for the past how many years now one of the most celebrated, now one of the biggest. Oh, don't get them. Now, as a country, Cameroon, where we come from, he still stands out, not only as a sportsman, not only as a soccer player, uh, but also as somebody with character, somebody who, like, he has a lot. We have a lot to learn from him. We have a lot to learn from him. We have a lot to copy from him and share with our kids. And I feel like the conversation today will center more about that. What we can actually steal from this gold mine, what we can actually take from this gold mine of Enoh Eyong, you understand, for go build our community. Our community starts with you. It starts with your family. It starts with your immediate community, which is your neighborhood. It starts with your city. It starts with your division, your region. It starts with your country. It starts with Africa and it goes out to the world. Every time I talk about our community, that is what I'm talking about. But it starts with you, building you, and then moving to others, moving to the world, moving to so many other people. Very soon, our professional will join me. More take this more time for share. More take this more time for share. More take this more time for share. Guys, please share as much as possible. I wanna remember, say, I know say people they complain say I don't dey ignore their questions. I don't dey ignore I'll try everything possible. Hi B, greetings. My brother, my boss, the Baron, greetings. I will try everything possible for not ignore questions and from our audience today because, like I said, it's not just about me. It's never going to be about me. It's about us. Guys, sorry. I said, would you share? 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 Guys, share, 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 and share, and share, and share, and share. Wanna share and share and share. Wanna share and share and share. Please invite more people. We want this to be big. I want you guys to get the information firsthand. I want you guys to get the information firsthand. I want you guys to get the information firsthand. I know one me una yeram for some side. No, I want make we all together. I want me we all together. We enjoy this very, very beautiful story for today. We get at least 1 hour for talk to this legend. We get at least 1 hour for talk to this king. We get at least 1 hour for be in a very beautiful space with this guy. And guess what? It's going to be a blessing, a very, very big blessing. For that matter. Yeah, that's the reason why I want us to have a conversation. Us together, we all will get here. I go ask you questions, you go ask you questions. I go ask you question, you go ask you questions, and guess what? We'll get this community to where we want it to be. Yep, yep, yep. I see a few people sharing. I see a few people watching. Very soon my brother Enoh Eyong will join. I cap the I would have known half a way that I can cap them. Very soon my brother Enoh Eyong will join, and once he join, we'll kickstart the show. Football, one of the most beautiful game we for me, if you ask me, you don't ever exist for this world. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure she don't get the link. I shared the link with him already. Yeah, boss, I don't send you link for join. Okay. So yeah, he could join soon. Um man, I'm excited. And any person who know me know why I am excited. We are building something beautiful. We are building something wonderful. We build something we were paying to be proud of. Um, we build something we trust me. Many years from now, we will be thankful. We will be happy. See, we started this. We were part of this journey. We actually got together and decided to do something different from the regular, something different, something different from what every other person uh don't do for community. We are building something different, very, very different from which we people they know. This is something out of the norms. But guess what? It is only when you're different, we good things that they start coming your way. We might not say good things, but better things they start coming your way. It takes for you to be unique. It takes for you to be different. It takes for you to be an example, a good example. It takes for you to be special, for wonderful things to come your way. And that is what we are doing on Toridey. We are a group of people, we are a community, we are a group of friends. We don't decide, say, you know what, this is where we want our community to go. And we are doing exactly that. We are doing exactly that to get to where we are supposed to be. Um Enoh Eyong, for those I'm sure almost every person we watch right now. Guys, continue to share, continue to share, continue to hit the like button, the like button, the like button. The more likes you give this video, the more people will see the video. So as the live they go on, continue for hit the like or a love or the heart button. The more likes you give the video, now the more people will see them. Only if you bring some person like this one, and they will not maximize the reach. You understand? Um, okay, I think my brother, he did around. I think now the time for we for start. We'll not keep you waiting. Wow, bro. Wow, bro. I get for bow, baba. Wow, man, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Mr. Toridey.
I say, my boss. I don't know if you remember the last time I saw you personally, but I know say you don't stay. But
Yes.
you there for TV now. I don't see you for TV and they see the wonderful things you are doing. Trust me, no nothing need to sweet me like seeing person we I be know ye, like know ye. They do things the way I'm like, wow, different. This is special. This is unique.
Yeah.
When it comes to the talent, when it comes to character, when it comes to community building, bro. I should say on behalf of the many people them way you know I'm want start this segment by saying thank you for being that unique person, that good
Mm.
example, that person where every place where they mention your name, I never ever hear some person say something negative about you. Baba, welcome on to read it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Modena. I'll be very happy for joining you. And I think it's a great honor to be
Wow.
one of your invited guests. I don't watch some of the other episodes and the great, very amazing hosts them we don't and also invitees we don't get on your program.
Mhm.
So it's a good honor to be here.
Boss, English oh, he go talk am. French oh, he go talk am. Pidgin oh, he go talk am. That is how blessed we are as a community. Now I know almost every person know you, but we never know who go watch this video after we don't finish this live. So for the few way maybe they know, no, more start from the beginning. Tell us a little bit your name and where you're from.
Well, my name's Na Eyong Takang Enoh. Those are my three names.
Hmm.
Most people they know me as for especially for Cameroon and
Mm-hmm.
for Boya and for Tico. Most people know
Mm-hmm.
me as my nickname, football name, na Veron.
Mm-hmm.
For those the way they know me now for Amsterdam for Ajax, they know me as Enoh.
Mm-hmm.
And then for national team, a few other of my brothers and fans, they know me as Enoh Eyong. So
Mm-hmm.
you anywhere you go, they'll call the name different. And I was telling someone, I will tell some person for Holland, yes, if you go Cameroon, you say I define Eyong or I define Enoh. Maybe they
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I say until you say I define Veron, to say
Veron.
house it and hair, all mango no. So those are the names. Now the names in that way, a few people they know me about. For
Mm-hmm.
Cameroon as Veron, football name. For school as a young Eno.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be just another privileged young Cameroonian. We come from the English zone for Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up for my four. I grew up for Tico.
Mm-hmm.
I studied for Boya.
Mm-hmm.
I be born for Kumba.
Ah, I beg, repeat
Yes.
that one. Repeat that one. I need repeat that one. I need it. Say all this way I never knew until like how many months ago I see my research you again. I saw
Yes.
Kumba. And then I remember no boss continue. More no go for the I could get distracted.
No. I be born for Kumba. So Kumba and
Yes.
aside I be born, and most of my dad, a family did Kumba for Krama, also for Kumba town. We get family house for this. So
Wow.
I get a lot of my holidays break from when we did for Limbe and when we did for Tiku. I mostly go Kumba, go visit family.
Wow.
So Kumba is actually my family base, even
Wow.
though most people know me for Boya and for Tico.
Yes.
So yes, I be Kumba born boy. For start primary school for Kali School Bota for Limbe.
Wow.
When my dad worked for customs barrack for Limbe, just not too far from where you get the zoo and
Yeah.
close to the Centenary Stadium
They
those
do.
days. And that
Yeah.
time where that cinema hall they still walk close to the
Uh-huh.
close to the stadium. So start my primary school there, and then we go my four. Study to a little bit of my four, go for GBHS Limbe for
Yeah.
my two, then we move go Tico. Now for that way, I go start get more interest for football, and I
Mm-hmm.
study for IMPAS, Imperial
Mm-hmm.
Academy of Arts and Science for Tico.
Tico.
And yes, the journey is very long, but
Mm-hmm.
that's a brief about me
Mm-hmm.
at the moment. So I pursue football career, pursue my academics career too for University of Boya.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm married to Bernadette, my wife Bernadette. We have 5 boys.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a English speaking Cameroonian
Mm-hmm.
who is being a professional footballer, who is also a passionate academician,
Mm-hmm.
who loves God. So my major identity is that I'm a Christian. That one is my number one platform. Where you take every other thing else, that's what stands as the foundation on the pillar where my values they be based from. So that's a little bit about me. Like every other young Cameroonian boy, where they dream someday for play football or
Mm-hmm.
for for achieve your personal dreams and for life. So a small summary that for who a young be.
Man, that's beautiful. Bro, we title this segment Building Our Community Through Football. And when I be say building our community through football, I share the flyer. So many people thought we will come here today to talk about organizing tournaments and this and that and that. No. For me, sharing your life, sharing your experiences, sharing your journey is
Mm-hmm.
actually the biggest inspiration for our community because correct me if I'm wrong, everything you are today now because or na part now probably because of football.
Yes.
Like you started, you did the little things you did, but football really give you that foundation or that
True.
push way you need them for become the person way you did today. So and for me I look at like that is what building the community is all about. We need to talk to him, let him share his experiences, let him share his knowledge. May he tell you the thing that will get for the do. So in a few years down the road, we'll get so many Enoh Eyong, and then Naso will continue build our community. My brother, that football
Yes.
journey, tell me how it starts. How did you get into football? Because I know very well, say back in the days, you used to dance Michael Jackson. True or false?
Very true. Very true. You're very true. Very true. Not be only Michael Jackson who I be
Yes.
dance, but be very involved for acrobatics. That's how they call
Wow.
it, say
Gymnastics.
gymnastics. So when I grow for my four, especially for my four, now for they was start learn how to do gymnastics,
Mm-hmm.
and now from there where I also get involved more into dancing. So actually, I participate for Southwest dance selection those
Mm-hmm.
years when
Yeah.
before when Delhi Buan just started. I don't know if you
But
remember
I
Delhi.
remember Delhi, bro.
Delhi, the first edition for Delhi will be organized by Foley Diren. So they come
Mm-hmm.
for Southwest. They do a selection for dancers from Tico, from Limbe, from Kumba, Manfe, and then they do the overall kind of final selection for Kumba.
Mm-hmm.
And for people that they know those days, you get a group, Michael Jackson group, where it will be led by Agbo Tabi,
Yep, the
one of the
popular.
best, yes,
The
the
best,
popular,
bro.
the best, the best. So I danced for final against Agbo Tabi
Wow.
for Insakumba. And
Wow.
that time now Faiz get this is big, that big
Cinema.
cinema hall now
Yes.
for people they know.
They know. People
As
they
I
come
did,
back
I
with it.
decided
Yeah.
talks, yes. As I did talk, so they will know. But that
Wow.
was my peak of dancing, and I'll be
Mm-hmm.
selected for go for Delhi for Yaoundé.
Wow.
But I
Wait,
know
you
it
beat
be
Agbotabi?
no, I'm not big Agotabi.
Okay.
Agotabi will win
Mm-hmm.
popular votes,
Yeah.
but at least I made a very good impression because I
Impression.
won. I win the selection from the FACO zone, who
Mm-hmm.
represent the whole of FACO for Kumba, and
Mm-hmm.
two of us will be taking for go for Delhi.
Mm-hmm.
But the side will still be too small that time, so family
Yeah.
no if they may might go. So from that we move go my four,
Mm-hmm.
and from my four we can Tico, and Tico no place no there they dance Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Tico no place no there where they do gymnastic.
Wow.
So because of I not get an environment where I feel continue express those
Yeah.
things, all man, all side, corner fee, watatang, all man the kick na ball.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that's why I enter inside football.
Wow.
So in one way I would say I be there kind of multi-talented. So
Mm-hmm.
anything that I get involved in and I give attention, I find that I could do it. So that's why I enter
And
inside football vertical.
and that is one thing I've always admired about you. I was talking with Soccer today. You know Soccer, right?
Yeah, no soccer.
Yeah, I'll be the talk with you today. We don't gossip your name fine. We're like, we don't know how we maybe feel be like you back in the days. Why? Yeah, we too get our own small talent, but you were so focused even from that very young age. That age we be excited about small things, and small chap them, small this, small that. You Idele, I don't know what some person be sit you down and actually tell you say this is the way you're supposed. Even before you became a Christian, you be that kind of person where you they very like how did you get to that place? How you be do know say as a young man, I get to identify with you I want or with you I like and focus and run with it.
I feel toxic. My dad play a big role in that.
Wow.
My dad played a big role. That's I think for most people that they get a father figure, they
Mm-hmm.
can kind of relate
Yeah.
with that. My dad played a big role because earlier on, my dad, when I was young, he gave me a lot of books and for read.
Books.
To yes, books for
Wow.
read to open my mind and then to make me think out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
And he already put a notion in me to quickly start thinking about my future by
Mm-hmm.
myself.
Wow.
So it want to come out of a dependency way of thinking.
Wow.
So I'd always tell this story for some places. And when I go say before I hit, when I did around 15, getting to 16,
Mm-hmm.
my dad called me, sit down, get a conversation. And he tell me say once I hit 17, he want my leave the house.
Are you kidding me for Cameroon?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, yes, the talk used to funny when I tell some person and but it do them intentionally and I don't
Yes.
be understand why they make that statement. I know not necessarily like say one man leave the house. If one man
Mm-hmm.
start think out of the house.
Yes.
Must start think on my own
Wow.
how I want my future for be, what I want focus for do, what I would like to achieve for myself. So for me, like I like what I do my papa they tell me say my come home for your house. I did see older people there, they don't be like 30 something, they still there with their
The
house
family
there.
has.
They work, they living system for family house. Me, I never even reach 17. My papa they say my he want my come home for house. So for me, they say they drive me for house.
Mm-hmm.
So after 1 week, he called me. He said, "Man, sit down." I said, "I don't think about what he talk about." I say, "No, that's actually say what you do. I don't commit some
Yeah.
crime where he want
You
to
don't
push
know.
me outside house." So he tell me, say, "No, that's not the idea." He say, "One must start think out of the box. Must start think about my own life." And they asked me some questions. Say, if I wake up tomorrow, we not there around, which I could do.
Wow.
it's a which I go do. So life that has to go on. So you have to. You need to think about which you want to achieve for your life by yourself for yourself.
Wow.
So now, so I think that that particular mindset helped me to be focused for anything where I put my mind for do from that time. So now the reason that when I get involved with football, I know say you don't you need to wait for opportunity, you prepare for opportunity. So
Wow.
I be already know say if I put my mind for something, I be multi-talented. But if I get for decide for stop dance, stop gymnastics for do one thing, then I need to
Hmm.
give it enough attention.
Bro, this is something. I really wish, I really, guys, for those who are watching, go ahead and share the video. Go ahead and share the video. We want to have as many people as possible watch. We want to have you guys ask your questions directly. I've known this guy for a long time, but the things that he share now for year, it's different, it's unique. It
Yeah.
in a something now the kind of video then the way you want play and the video there for YouTube now. So you want play and me a picking watch them, learn and bro, I don't even know. I'm very, very now. Um, Kumba. Sure, sorry. Even if you mean a one day for Kumba, I always add Kumba. Kum- Kumba, Limbe, Boya, Tico, all these towns. And I know you saw so many other players who were super talented. Especially for our generation, the Tostaos, the Sakos, the all these guys, Matu,
Yes.
and on all these guys, them. What do
Yes.
you think say you be get them? Especially those years when you don't start play, we all be play maybe because I remember that I played second division, you play for Man Cameroon. What do you
Yes.
think say you be get them, especially during that time where if you look back now, you feel like all these people they need be get them now why they probably not attain this level.
Well, say that question this, so they not get straight answer because
Okay.
if I give a straight answer, it will look like my own life be kind of figured out. There's a
Mm-hmm.
formula. I
Mm-hmm.
just feel say one of the word for me I'll use and I say I was just privileged,
Okay.
right? I feel use the word to say by God's grace.
Yes.
You see, so all those people we mentioned by Sako. Sako is my mate. We start play football together for Tico for
Mm-hmm.
Watatan. So
Yes.
and Sako is more talented than me, and he know.
Mm-hmm.
So when I want come for Tico, I don't get football boot. Na Sako get boots. Like na he even get boy to bring ball for a house. We'll
Wow.
go play. So one of the things for me also we be having I say I be already know say I not be the most talented among my guys.
Wow.
So I be know say I be get for work extra
Extra
hard.
hard.
And then so you get this adage will be very popular, but for me it was a reality. Hard work, big talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Very true.
And people to use that statement just for quote. For me, it's not a quote; it's a practical statement in the
Mm-hmm.
sense when you get talent, you become comfortable. Say I know,
I know.
so you need to work hard. But at that time, when you be comfortable, you day ahead of a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So when they fulfill, you use your talent, they pass them.
Mm-hmm.
But the shocking thing I say the person we know say no get talent, it is start work, it is catch up with you small small, but you
Small,
don't know.
small, you don't know.
And the fact now I say over time, all the work we done the add down for a small talent we get them, it go
Mm-hmm.
on builds a lot of momentum. And when you don't sleep for the level, you never add work, it will come past you. So there's no magic to it. There's no it's just evident because it
Wow.
don't accumulate work. Then why the work it dey build a habit of discipline.
Wow.
Why the work it dey build a habit of consistency and
Fancy.
focus. But you need build any of that.
You just they contented.
Another thing I say when that person they work, so it dey build mental toughness too.
Yes.
So they learn for not be for comfortable zone.
Zone.
But you when you dey for talent, you there for comfort. So you don't know how if something tough hit you, you don't know how to handle them
Wow.
because you never build, you never work on yourself, you never work, you never be against any hard or obstacle. So now one of the things in that way helped me for make that step. So these things and from the beginning helped me. But I think the biggest one for me because you mentioned Mount Cameroon.
Yes.
I want play for Man Cameroon now after I don't be born again. Why I don't give my heart for
Yes.
Christ. And for me personally, that was a big turning point. Very big turning point. And I'll explain why, if you
Mm-hmm.
permit me for explain why that
Sure.
was a big turning
Sure,
point.
bro.
So every other person around me they play football for become a success.
Mm-hmm.
Every person around me they play football because they know how to play football.
Yes.
And other people they play football because maybe their objective within I say I want to play first division
Mm-hmm.
or I want to play for I don't know. football context they around us. I
Yes.
want to play top cup, I want to play first division, I want to play for Opopo, I want to play for Elexpo. So
Yes.
each person they don't set a bar for their
Yes.
mind where they
Yes.
want to play. But me, once I give my heart for Christ, my vision about football become bigger than just for play for a club around.
Mm-hmm.
And my goal for play football was more about using my football career as a testimony all over the world
Wow.
for sure say it be possible for be a Christian
Christian.
and play at the highest level of football. We not compromise your values. This now was the drive, the purpose. We be the bigger way. I think maybe other people they get big vision, but for me personally, I feel this and that the things in that way they be kind of they drive me and
Mm-hmm.
God's grace work on all those things for facilitate things for me along the way.
Bro, this man, like you us having this conversation, it actually explained a lot of things, a lot of mystery about you. Like me that's so come the story today. Would say, man, we
Yes.
don't know how that man be the do am. If
Yeah.
there you be, you were young, you were handsome, you were talented. You be the play for Man Cameroon when football be there football for Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
We will know the temptations the way they, I mean you be the stay probably for Boya. We will know the
Yes.
temptation way for fit the come your way, how you be do
True.
resist them, how you be do overcome all of that. Me and so we don't calculate that today. We just say, man, that man be just get grace. God be don't decide
You
that
know,
man.
say Soko can even stay with me. No, Soko can stay with me. We can do trials for Botafogo for Boya. He can stay with
Wow.
me for my room, my small room with there for Boya.
Yeah.
Where most of them you know, and that time they opposite Paramount Hotel. That time they call them Paramount Hotel. And I share the gospel with Soko, and
Soccer.
as I encourage you for prayer and then for be a little bit focused.
Mm-hmm.
And my lifestyle will be a secret.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, my lifestyle it was an open book, and my life was kind of predictable to everybody. They know say Veron if he come out, if you know the house, they training.
Yeah.
If you know the training, it probably the UB. If you know the UB, the church. If you know the church, it is surely they around to share the gospel some people them,
Mm-hmm.
or it do personal training. So my life was kind of predictable. You will not find me where I'm not supposed to be, and you
Wow.
will find me where I'm supposed to be.
I share some small story with you. That would be Akada. With that Akada. I get so many stories with that Akada or soccer. So even you don't win some game, and then boys they say, hey, mo, come on. They get some that plays for Limbe. And then
Yes.
that time you become a Burkina Faso. Actually, you go do some program for day, you just come back. And then so you become it for feel. And then after that, so don't go ask me na soccer. And then you say mo come test soccer. Say mo come vegan no. He say master no koda man, I can spoil
Forget
my
that
flow.
man.
He said, no, Koramanamo come here, can drink top. And back in the days, we would laugh, we would smile. But today, especially when I be see you in green, red, yellow, every time I looked at you, bro, I was like, he deserves it. He worked for it with everything he had.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, bro, thank you for everything what you do. You be example for not only our kids, even some of you who don't still grow, who will still be, you'll be example for so many people. Just continue to do what you do. Now, you tell us you we don't talk about the beginning, especially. Now I know you went for trials so many times. I don't know if I should use the word so many times, but you went for a few trials that did not go through or did not work
Yes.
the way you
Yes.
wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Come back. Trust me, at one point in time, I don't even forget me about you until I want to see
True.
the planner for no. I know when you did Cyprus, but for Cyprus, for me, the conclusion was you don't surely don't be in a bush faller.
True.
And then all of a sudden,
True.
one year, boom, Ajax.
Yeah.
Explain a little bit the you during those very difficult moments and what kept you believing and going and just continue to pursue your dream.
Well, for me again, I'll go back to my encounter and my relationship with God
Okay.
because again, like I said, my purpose was very clear. I believe that my football career be there beyond myself. My football career be being for inspire a lot of people say it be possible.
Wow.
Especially for what zone will come up, say not be easy for play for national team and you
Yep.
need to get Godfather,
Yep.
all of those kind of things.
Yep.
So my personal time with God, the word God speak for me and I say, I will use you to show many that is possible. And it's not only about football. Like any
Mhm.
person with it for any other media, they will start believe say it be possible. If this brother female come for day and it is still stand strong in the faith, then it be possible. So that the faith in God and the faith in what God tell me, now it keep me strong. And then not only that, so you have the faith in what God said to me, then you also have that consciousness. Say, I've been noticed they represent a group of people.
Wow.
I've been noticed I represent, for example, me, I play for Tico. I grew for
Mm-hmm.
Tico. I started playing with Tico. So all that my guys and where I play them with Tico, they be very talented. With
Yes.
most of them, for example, most people know say my man Epele, I'm a very close,
We'll
one of
talk
my
about
best
Pele
friend.
today. That this
so
talent.
so
Oh
so
God.
now the kind thing in that. So me one time I would talk me and I say this song that football will not play at the place on for we too. So
Wow.
things like that. Like I know that he get the talent we begin for play when you see the Iniesta there and that
Yeah.
their pass again.
Now
I
the two
just
women
think
are the
about
tell
Pele.
people. Now the two are
I
the tell
just
people
say
like all the thing
me
I
the
don't see
liver.
them.
So me the liver. I don't see that thing for Watertown fee for Town Green fee already before people they see am for Champions League. So that awareness say I dey represent all my former teammates and for Littlefoot. I dey represent the big brother and for Mount Cameroon. I dey
Yes.
represent a zone, the Anglophone zone. So that consciousness also they help me for being motivated. Then also if I make it will be good for my family. So all
Yeah.
of that be a great motivation factor. Most people don't know, but when I go Burkina Faso, I play for Burkina Faso for one season. I'll be sharing for Panjomo, a platform, but most people
Yes.
know my journey for Burkina, but that one's other time we'll talk. But Burkina Faso be a very tough period because I will go there when I some French agent take me go for Burkina Faso because it'd be easy
Mm-hmm.
for get French passport from Burkina Faso. I play
Yes.
for Burkina Faso team for one season. At the end of the day, they slow for make the move for me for go. I get for go trials for Lens for France.
Yes.
So it's slow. And then I realized that things didn't work. I come back for Cameroon. That period where I come back, I play Mboma Cameroon for Interpol for Douala with the team
Yes.
stay up. From there, now I hit Cyprus. But again, like I talk, my journey is defined by God was guiding my steps. And when I go Cyprus, a lot of like you used to be things say, forget about that man. That
Yeah.
man don't go for
Yeah. That's
bush,
what I've been. No, I've not said don't surely fall a bush.
but I still get faith. I get faith in my God destiny. So when I did Cyprus, a Turkish agent, we did live for South Africa, is he hear about me. You don't even see me. He just
Mm-hmm.
year and a year. He pay me flight for can ride for South Africa, can do trials.
Wow.
So when I say it is, God sets things when you have faith and then you stay focused and then you kind of discipline yourself. Each years I'll be best player. I come for South Africa. The coach for Cape Town, Ajax
Mm-hmm.
Cape Town, a Turkish person. So I signed for Ajax Cape Town. And then you know the rest of the story from
Yeah.
Cape Town to Amsterdam. So that's so that journey will be working.
Bro, this is wonderful. Now, I know one more go try for N before they ask
They,
you.
they, 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 they feel only get all these issues now only for Toridey.
Hey, look for Toridey. My brother. Now this way, what was when we start this segment, I told you thank you. You are not here because you are looking for anything. You are here because you at least appreciate what way your brother the child would do. You understand the importance of us having platforms like this and sharing stories like yours. You know very well, see, you coming on this platform Ma Statham, Veron, Eyong, and the man of God we all we know I'm coming on this
Uh-huh.
platform. Now a very, very big blessing. Again, we say thank you. The next question I want to ask you now, I know I wait more go right for end before I ask you the question.
Okay.
One of my worries, um, even we will not succeed. I always ask myself, what can we actually do to make sure say the next speaking them, the next generation, they don't make that same mistake? What is Veron actually doing to make sure any picking we just look away a little bit, actually get a career, even if name not for football, but go get a career we be proud of tomorrow.
You know, in 2017, towards I be there for England, one of the football club. So now my first standard after a lot of years in being in professional football, where I did without club as a national team player, and that was a big hit. I started
Mm-hmm.
to think, okay, say if I need to play football tomorrow, what I go do, or say tomorrow I'm not there around, what I go do, what I feel live around. So
Mm-hmm.
and I discussed with my wife. So my wife kind of gave me ideas. Say you have a lot of experience, knowledge you've gathered. Probably you need to start thinking about do a book.
Mm-hmm.
So like, okay, um, tomorrow I not day, people will hear about me, but if I write a book, people can always read it.
Mm-hmm.
You see. So now from day where my wife also, kind of inspire me. because he did like the brain behind
Mhm.
the concept. So now from there I write the book. So when you talk about what if it be people feel approach different. So
Mhm.
first thing is education, because if people not be education is what shapes the mindset, and then we
Oh.
be educated by many things all the
Mhm.
time. For example, this program will do so it educates someone in a certain way.
Mhm.
Some person talk, they talk for leadership, say you are a sum total of the books you read, of the friends you have, and then things you listen to.
Yep.
These three things, then you are a sum total. So every
Yeah.
friend we get around you, the
Mhm.
books we don't read them,
Mhm.
whether not directly or indirectly, or the
Mhm.
things that we don't listen to or you don't watch, and I don't
Mhm.
shape you for be the person where you did. So
Wow.
through a program like this, we fit start shape idea. For example, person will be see me, we get different idea about me, you know
Mhm.
exactly what will happen through this
Yes.
information and education. If you start adjust in mindset to say, ah, I see, nothing will be happen, because
Yes.
without proper information, people can have certain perception. Clear information would dissolve wrong perception.
Mhm.
See, will give you the right information. And so I believe say education are one of them. And now why that one of my drive is to
Mhm.
educate and to mentor. That's
Mhm.
why I wrote my book. And the book not be based just only on my stories, because stories people feel forget. But the
Yes.
principles that I learn them, I put
Mhm.
them in that book. I call it the 4P of success of professional football career.
Mhm.
And most time when people they look at the book, they think say they'll go read the book or just become footballer.
Mhm.
No, in the book, I summarize the principles the way they don't help me.
Mhm.
Four major principles where if you give attention to, whether you be footballer, you be businessman, you are a wife, whatever you're doing, if you
Mhm.
take those four principles, you really learn and grow on them. It will help you to achieve, I call it
Mhm.
holistic success. So one of the ways in which I start think for give back now, for create that, for write that book.
Yes.
Number two, now for open my company, we be based on uh, managing and mentoring young people. I realize say one of the things that will influence my life. I talk about Tico for football,
Mhm.
but I will get a big brother way day of late now. I get two big brother with a day of late. They play a big mentorship role for me.
Mhm.
The first person, most for Tico, most guy they will call it Bolo man. I
Mhm.
sometimes we call it Sergi. If day
Mhm.
of late it passed, but now person that way it helped me. I also get the mentorship program what they call Awaken the Tiger in You. That was I play for Tico would play that corner fear be the fear.
Mhm.
In fact, every circle be the way the iron stud, but when I can't play, it's at the fear. You see, I the fear. But he called me one day, he tell me, say, if you continue, so in fact, I paraphrase a term in my tiger mentality
Mhm.
course. I call and say, you are either hunting or you are being hunted.
Haunted.
That's how I paraphrase it. Which means say, either I become the tiger or I'm the prey.
Yeah.
So from that moment, it wake up something in me say, Petit, you get a woke up, or otherwise you'll be not every person coco. They'll
Yeah.
just kick you anyhow, you just cry. You know what happen? That thing
Mm-mm.
so it wakes something in me. If you go ask old man for Tico, they'll tell you say sometimes they don't go buy some, he put we get iron
I
stud
was.
then so. But they don't know the history. Wait it happen and say I go buy that iron stud because I know say it's the best way to defend is to attack.
Mhm.
I go find iron stud there. That time I saw they start the sharp so.
Stuff for them.
That one come for corner fear. That what they all man, say all man no say, okay, Veron don't ready. They I can see how people they start, be scared. I say,
Yes.
so now so the
Did it
matter there.
work?
I sharpen down my iron starter. So now from there I get more courage and more courage and more courage. So I use that for as a story to help trigger something in a lot of young people where they doubt themselves, where they are
Mhm.
not sure or they are going through something difficult to say. If I not be get that my big brother, way it trigger that stuff in me. Maybe I not forever become a footballer.
Very true.
You see, you just take one moment, one mentorship moment, which can change your whole life and start setting you on a course. So now, why that I believe say mentorship be very important, and because those things are benefit. The second person, late Sanga Ignatius,
Oh
the team
Lord.
manager for
Oh
Little Food,
Lord. Oh Lord.
also that time. So
Oh
that
Lord.
was my big brother. That was my friend. That was my mentor. You see, he mentored me for football. It's something very sensitive to me when I talk about. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
but I know if you talk when I want to talk about, how I develop the
Yeah.
mentorship role or I
Yeah.
benefit, where you really invest in me to the highest level. And what I believe say one of the best way is to invest in the person, not in the talent.
Mm-hmm.
Invest in the person. So personal development for me is one of the ways to start, because I can give a young man football boots, I can give them money, I can give them a stadium. If I don't shift their mindset, all of
Mm-hmm.
that will be useless.
Wow.
So I believe say the first place was start a mindset now, for educate and for change the mindset. For example, some person make this statement, it seems kind of true. Say
Mm-hmm.
if you take everybody in this, it might not use tickle because now my place me they no can't follow me. So just an African village, right? Say
Mm-hmm.
take everybody for an African village. You put say in a city like Amsterdam,
Mm-hmm.
and then you take everybody in Amsterdam and you put in that village in Cameroon,
Mm-hmm.
and then give them 10 years and see what will happen.
To transform this side, the other one, they transform the other side.
So you see that you can imagine, and the city is not the problem. The
Yeah.
resources is not the problem. Is
Problem.
the
Mindset.
mindset of the
Wow.
people. It doesn't matter if the people are thinking poor, they are thinking low, they are thinking they will bring everything down
Down.
because the mind has not shifted. So I believe that the first step with me, I be passionate on it. That's what I'm working now is um the educational part, the mentorship part. Of course, you
Mm-hmm.
remember we get some session for Cameroon where you send a video where
Mm-hmm.
we're talking to players, and I
Yes.
believe that a very important step. Before you
Mm-hmm.
talk about the talent, you need to talk about the person, the young
Mm-hmm.
people. Wait to be the information where they get them, would they talk for them, would they follow them up, and that's something which I'm busy now putting
Mm-hmm.
together a program.
Yes.
And in the future, I don't want to. I don't want me. I don't like to talk everything what they do
Mm-hmm.
in the background. But one of the strategic things what I start doing, I start pick out and notice a few young, serious people,
Mm-hmm.
and I start mentor them quietly in the background, not just in
Okay.
football, but in
Okay.
different domains. And I
Wow.
believe, say, so might give this example.
Yes.
If you get 100,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go Cameroon and you get 100 young people, then where they get need,
Mm-hmm.
and you take the 100,000, you give each of them 1,000. I hope so
Mm-hmm.
you know, say they will hail you
Of course.
and
Of
they will
course.
be so happy.
Happy.
In fact, they will even call you, say, boss.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are they going to do with the 1,000? You don't have a clue, right?
Yep.
So, maybe there's some fee drink, some fee buy chop, some fee do something. Now, you be the nice person
Mm-hmm.
according to where would he think.
Mm-hmm.
But another person will think differently. If you put 100 people, if first instinct or first calculation not be forgive all man 1,000,
Mm-hmm.
because nothing that will be used to and nothing that will like.
Yeah.
If you come back for can't follow up with that 1,000 don't do, you cannot have a you can't get a feedback. There's
Yeah.
nothing produced. So my thought and my way of looking at it is that in the midst of 100 people, select one person who is be
Mm-hmm.
serious, they
Mm-hmm.
get a clear vision and invest that 100,000 for whatever he's doing. If you come back in few months, he can grow and can produce something else. We can pick another one person and help. For me, that's really building one person at a time. Because for our cultural way of thinking and way of
Mm-hmm.
looking, we like for make noise to a
Yes.
big crowd.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we can't sustain,
Mm-hmm.
and it will just be another noise. Of course, I
Mm-hmm.
don't be for Cameroon a couple of times. I gather some of my former teammates, organize football because now people that play with them. We
Mm-hmm.
bring young people who play, who feed drink. It's like a feast. But the question I ask myself, after that, what next? You see now, after that,
Mm-hmm.
what next? It'd be nice. Oman will say, Veron, can me organize game. If I do that all the time, everybody will be happy.
Which is what so many people were doing. Sorry, but people like Calesone, all them. No, no, I don't even need all them. When they become nothing,
All who do am,
oh, yep,
all who do am,
yep,
all me I do am. I do
yep,
am for my Cameroon, and
yep,
which is good.
yep.
It's not. There's nothing wrong with that.
Wrong with
Don't get
that.
me wrong. That is very good. It's very important. But my concept now, I say we all need to think beyond that.
That.
You see now, and they say some person want go do am for
Yeah,
Cameroon, me
me
not
no
do
do
am.
am. Yeah.
It be good. It be good for gather young people,
Mm-hmm.
especially when people have stood by you. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
But me had to look and beyond that. Then the thing that I say, the person we need to do that one.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't have a clue the
Yeah.
thing that he's doing
Yeah.
because he needs one outside.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see,
You know,
so
yeah.
at this say both of them need to go alongside, and it's more important to focus, look for one person, invest in them, so that you can have something sustainable to show tomorrow. Since I'm a Christian, I love to look at my example most of the time from Jesus' teaching and the life of Jesus way.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of pleasing millions of people where they follow him. All man of a be disciple, he pick certain people
People
for following so that he can reproduce himself in them. And
in
for me,
them.
that's a process of giving back. The real
Mm-hmm.
giving back, none of will change all my life. I
Mm-hmm.
will pick one or two serious
People.
people and invest in them. Me, I feel saying that the way that we should go. And I think that what they do quietly for background. So I don't give all the things, but we'll get to that so privately some other time.
Everyone is very, very happy with this video. Like, if they even tell someone to talk about football, I know green. Especially if you want paint a picture of that one footballer, they will be known back in the days, like footballer. I need to blast them more, but I just say back in the day, we be also football and a football, dreaming ball, woman, and that kind of thing. But now things are different, and that's the reason why I feel like so many families, so many people, so many communities feel like, okay, you know what, you can feel play ball. I remember
Yeah.
back in the days, that would be the play ball. I mean, no be whatever year. It
Mm-hmm.
began name the way they call and for me the term, see how they end, see how the one, see how the one, and if you blame me, but
You know, say me,
now
I use
after
that strong help play football now.
okay, after you, so many people don't get example because you know if you, some Christian family, if you talk and say, oh, no play ball, if you play
Yeah.
ball, you more practice. By the way,
Yeah.
so many people
True.
want to talk about your national team. Um, but I don't really want to go for the because I feel so more reserved that one for so know that today I want to talk more about
Community.
building our community with
Mm-hmm.
with the things you have learned.
Mm.
Wait till you think say parent, any parent we by the way, I'm almost forget this topic. I not write my question in down, who just talk and it come.
No, more just
Veron,
flow.
most of we will be the play back in the days. During that time of the play, especially Tawo was play second division where you play for Man Cameroon. Most of we be already
Mm.
drop out of school.
Mm.
And for some reason, you be the still go school.
Mm-hmm.
How be the do am now? How be happen? Because
No,
time when we
my
start
dad.
play where they identify with a talent, they will start make you more
Mm-hmm.
understand say for go school and play ball a waste of time. Pick one,
Yeah.
do am.
Yeah. 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 No, my dad played a big role. My dad played a big role. He continue for insist for me say not say no one play football, but he say no one be an uneducated footballer.
Wow.
That one will be based on the understanding for education, which is okay at that time. That our parents thought that way. But me, I not think say education is limited to going to university. I think say even football because you get football, we get what you can say football school now. I think say
Yes.
that's still education. So you are
Yes.
being educated in playing football, just like some person will be educated in designing, in building. I think say all is a genre of education. That's what I think. But now the other line basic of that education, I say there must be a foundation of being able to read, being able to
Mm-hmm.
write, being able
Yes.
to have critical thinking,
Thinking.
being able to analyze. So now the extra things in that way, most other footballers and for those academy, they nobody get them where
Yes.
things say be important. It will help you for be able for express yourself,
Express
articulate
yourself.
yourself when you meet to, so this is the training. Now, for me, for example, now if I'm doing a training, players have to be trained how to answer questions, how to
Mm-hmm.
think critically, how to
Mm-hmm.
read, how to analyze, how to do a presentation,
Yeah.
how to defend, how to understand the game, not just to play football, but understand the game of football. So there's an intellectual development aspect which
Yeah.
you need to do. So my dad really played a big role for that. He keep telling me, say, my son, I don't want you to be an illiterate footballer. I want you to be someone when they speak to you, you can speak back, you can express yourself. And that helped me. And that's why I pursued and I encourage every young person where they get involved for football for take your education serious. Now, truth at a certain level, for example,
Mm-hmm.
if you get into intense professional football,
Mm-hmm.
you will need for be able for kind of slow down on a
Mm-hmm.
certain level of education for
Mm-hmm.
focus on the football.
Mm-hmm.
But you still get a lot of gap while you dey play. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of windows.
Yes.
That time where you use and say you go this side, go this side, go do
Mm-hmm.
this. You can use that to read. You can use that to do. For example, someone like Kylian Mbappe, he
Mm-hmm.
get personal teacher, he get home education. He dey
Wow.
learn languages them. He dey learn on finance. So this not things in that way. If you really believe and you want to do what you get for do, you can create for yourself time to study and read and to improve and to develop your mind. So for me, that was one of the things that will help me. I will be very conscious. Say football life continues after football, and while I dey play football, I want be able for articulate, for express myself, and for talk intelligently. So it helped me as well.
So what you actually talk for and say it was very, very possible for we for the play ball and the go school.
It be possible, even though at that time our
Mhm.
ecosystem not be give that possibility for a lot of young people. If you go for
Mhm.
US, you get scholarship format. You
Mhm.
come for Holland, yeah, you get academies where they get school inside, and then they put all of those framework together. So in
Mhm.
Cameroon, either they did Ecole school, Ecole de
Mhm.
foot, and
Food.
Ecole de foot didn't have a very disciplined intellectual aspect to
I
your
think say
mind
Brazil
opening
school they don't
education.
reform that they do that now for
So
Brazil school. Yeah,
maybe they have done it, but at the end of the day, if it be run by a business people, they'll still think business.
that's
You
true.
need for
That's
you
true.
yes, at the end of the day, it's about football. They want football to work. It's like either you stop football, go do proper school,
Mhm.
or you there here for football. But now you
Mhm.
need a kind of concept like what you have. I love this academy called Right to Dream. So
Mhm.
their academy is built on purpose driven, which means they get both education and both football. So they
Mhm.
get like values and financial basics where they teach the players so that
Mhm.
they develop as a whole being, as to opposed to just helping you on the field to develop your talents. So I think those ways in Cameroon at the moment we don't have that frame, but I think with some of the plans where I don't see the Feka food get they'll
Mhm.
start institute a lot of those standards. And for me again, I believe say it's my personal opinion
Mhm.
for our this particular stuff we will talk. So for you for be instituted and enforced in our
Mhm.
football development, we
Mhm.
need the need for pass a kind of new bill on how football academies have to be run. There needs to be certain standard, because
Okay.
rather than complaining say players and all this, so players and not get this, which we don't put in place for kind of help those players. For me,
Mhm.
it will be obligatory. In the US today, no person will play NBA without getting a certain
Of
degree
course.
certification. You see, so
Of
for
course.
me, if we want to push that, we need to vote those kind of laws, and then
Mhm.
we need for insisted football academies must have a certain standard
Done that.
and must have a certain level of education. So all the small people that they try for help young people, which is good, but they are not
Mhm.
academies. You see, so the federation need for kind of control and make sure that and support,
Mhm.
people that they get good intention for run as a proper academy, we will give the tools for these young people that will be better developed. Otherwise, we will still get a lot of talented player where they will still be lost because their minds have not been developed as a
Develop.
person. They have not grown,
Yep.
you see, and they are not intellectually very open to see things, to analyze things, and to judge things in a better way.
Bro, so many people want more talk about national team. I don't tell them they slow down a little bit. When I share the video, we'll talk about national team towards the end. Now, what would be your message to parents who um on what they should be doing with their kids? I don't know how young the kids in day, but what do you think say parents and families are supposed to do? Because like you talk, you were fortunate to have people who pushed you uh for realizing, hey, you too fit do them. You
Yeah.
were fortunate to have a dad around you. Some people then get papa, but they don't even get that papa with even tell they know. What do you think say families, the community need for the do for make sure so if we get some talent around we made the talent not be wasted.
Well, that's very for our context back
Mm-hmm.
home is a complex question.
Mm-hmm.
We like I don't say most answers will not be very straight line. So I'll just
Mm-hmm.
give my perspective,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not the rule of thumb. It's just
Mm-hmm.
my perspective.
Okay.
There's a lot of talents a day, and I think first thing first, and I say parents because I asked my mom one time. I say, mommy, why would I not be support me when I play football? I literally gave a be a little bit stubborn for go
Mm-hmm.
out, go play by myself. He said, my picking on my way will not be no.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said. Will not be no.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of parents who don't know anything
Thing.
about how to help their child. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not a problem. They now that's why one of the things my company is doing is consultancy for parents to
Okay.
advise parents on what to do if they
Mm-hmm.
have a child who is talented, how to
Mm-hmm.
guide the child, understand the football business that is around. The first thing I say, if the child be talented, don't hold the child back. In fact, I even had a lady I was talking to recently when I was in Cameroon. Her
Yes.
complaint was this child doesn't want to learn only football, football, football. I don't beat it, I don't beat it, I don't beat it in a year old. It only go play football. I was like, wow. I
Wow.
was like, wow. I said, this child will learn if you will support him in doing what he loves doing.
To
You
do.
are beating him. You want him to do what you love
Love to
for
do.
him, but you're not encouraging him to do what he really loves to do. Make a deal with him. Tell him if he does well in his studies, he will
Mm-hmm.
play football. You will support him. That's all he needs. So
Mm-hmm.
parents need to learn to identify the talents of their children and support their children in that. And also, when you realize your child has talent, try to do some small research, read for yourself, kind of
Mm-hmm.
get educated, get information on what it takes to play football, or
Wow.
talk to someone or get information. Like at the end of the day, my company, www.4pballer.com, is there. I put a lot of tips,
Boss,
I write some
go
stuffs
slowly.
out
I
there.
beg my open the website.
Sometimes I dey put my tips in. I dey write blogs and tips where
Wait
I
till that
give to
website. I beg.
parents. www.4pballer.com.
4P as in 4
Four
years.
and then P
Yeah.
and then baller baller.com.
Okay. Yeah, you were saying something. I want you to open the
So
website. So
so parents, I dey send some post them just for give parents and tips
mm-hmm.
how to identify a club for your child, the things to notice in the contract, and
Mm-hmm.
then also I dey do mentorship program for a lot of young players in which they go through mental challenge. They need
Mm-hmm.
financial awareness and all
Mm-hmm.
of that. So this are some of the things that a parent like this. There's a lot of information out there,
Mm-hmm.
especially on social media, on YouTube. They can go and get basic knowledge on how to become a professional footballer. They can also get my book, read the
Mm-hmm.
book, because there I put, when you if you want to have develop your child as a professional footballer, the things that child needs around for management,
Mm-hmm.
very important things that the child needs. So I have put that information in a book on my website.
Mm-hmm.
And so the parent needs to get education. So they need to support the child, get education. And I think for a start, the child needs to have the talent also. So on the contrary, you also have parents who just want their child to play football, even if the child is not talented.
Yeah.
So what they're trying to do is the dream they had of playing football didn't
Yeah.
work. So they're trying to push that dream on their child now.
Yeah.
So you have parents like that who I tell, if your child is from very young, from 8, 9, before they get to 15, just let
Mm-hmm.
the child have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Put the child in a small environment with other kids to play. Let them just have fun. By the time they start getting to 14,
Mm-hmm.
then you start watching and seeing if the child themselves has a lot of interest to play to the next level. That's
Yeah.
when I start thinking about getting a professional setting. Until they get to 15, don't be too mad, don't be too excited,
Mm-hmm.
don't put pressure on the
On the
child and talk all over the place. My picking go play football. No, don't do that, because that child could get to 15, 16 and just he doesn't have interest. What you go do? You know, if you force the child. So because psychologically, from 14, 15, the child start developing their mindset fully, and they
mm-hmm.
start making certain conscious decision about the things they like and where they want to go. And you cannot, when that adrenaline start kicking in at that time, if the child
Mm-hmm.
doesn't like something, you can't force it. So for parents, that's very important, so that you don't spend your money, go all over the place to push a child to do something that they don't want. But the child has it, they are willing, but they need support. Then make sure you give it to them at that age, at that level. So there are many things which, of course, we cannot touch on them here. But for me, I think those are just the basic things that parents should look out for, and then get someone who can advise and mentor your child.
Wow, boss, we already do 1 hour. It seems like 5 minutes. How many more minutes you feel if you give me?
Well, I do re-answer present for Toridey, Toridey. So let's. I'm your guest. You are my host. So I've honored the invitation.
Invitation.
Just flow. If you have a few questions, there we can take them.
If I not touch that national team, power, people will kill me. But I want to ask something. You said something. Growing up, we had this mentality of okay, Sa will come out, maybe he will not be favored for national team, or Sa
Yes.
will come out, blah 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 blah. After you don't go through all this journey, uh, travel out of country, play for places, you take come back, play for national team. Not only play, but you were captain for national team. You still feel say that whole idea say uh will be marginalized for that level. Not true, or what is your take on that?
Well, the aspect of marginalization is a fact. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying that true or not be true.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who observe how things have been running in our country back home knows it, and the government also knows it.
Mm-hmm.
If they know be knows it, they know for put a special status, talk about a special status and all of that. So that's it.
Wow.
So that's the fact from the government.
Mm-hmm.
But now on the fact of us, we the Anglophone,
Mm-hmm.
wait to be our own role for do. So the whole aspect of marginalization could be something that the government did not pay attention to or did it deliberately,
Mhm.
which kind of separate us or put us off certain opportunities. But
Mhm.
how did that influence us mentally? How did that shift our mindset?
Mhm.
So I read this article of someone who put rats in a certain container
Mhm.
and then put mice here,
Mhm.
and the rats had an open door to go and collect
Mhm.
their food on this
Mhm.
side. It's a
Mhm.
psychological experiment. Every time they passed, they ate it. After a while, the guy put a barrier. So when they came, they hit the barrier, they went back. They hit the barrier, they went back. They hit the barrier, they went back. All of the mice in that container, over time, their mind became programmed that their mind programmed a distance. Every time they were getting close to that, they didn't even touch the barrier. They
You
just
just
stand
stand
back
up.
because they know mentally that's
Mhm.
how far they can go. And when the guy removed the barrier, the rats were still behaving the same because their mind had been programmed. So I
Wow.
think there's a mental programming when it has to do with marginalization.
Mhm.
The country can have practices of marginalization, but every one person listening to me, you can remove marginalization from your mind
Mhm.
and walk with a sense of identity and confidence where you don't have no less self-esteem. It's about your delivery, it's about your excellence. You know, there's a Bible verse which is very clear. It says, if a man is diligent in his business, he said he shall sit before great men, before kings. I
Mhm.
think at a certain level, your results speak for you that people cannot but pay attention to you.
Mhm.
So that is the direction we should take, we should think of, get becoming the best in whatever we do, so much so that our success will pave the way rather than a marginalization stuff, which again,
Mhm.
like I said, not refusing that something like that
It's
is
not
not
there.
there,
Yeah.
but we should think beyond the marginalization. You see, we should remove the margin from our mind first. Otherwise,
Mhm.
that psychological programming will keep blocking us back and forth. So again, that's what I wanted to say about that. That helped me because when I was going to the national team, I wasn't thinking about marginalization.
Yeah. Like they know
Sometimes
put me because they know
you
put
need
me
only
because
one
yeah.
example.
Yeah.
You need only one example. Like some people, for some people, I'm an example. For me,
Mhm.
Status Steven being captain of the national team,
National team.
Diba can play in the national team,
Yeah.
Agbo Hans playing in the national team. I had
Yeah.
references. You know, if you don't have a reference, that's okay. I had references. So that those were my target. At least there's one, there's two. So it means I can also make it. Another thing I also want to touch quickly, since you're asking this question, is like,
Yes.
okay, at the moment, let's look at the moment, right? We are all from Southwest and
Mhm.
Northwest. When you look at some of the players who are playing abroad,
Mhm.
right? If I say name me 10 top quality players playing in top clubs in Europe from Southwest and Northwest, how many can you name?
I don't think I don't think so I've even called one or two.
So when we say okay, in the French zone, name me top 10 players who are playing in some clubs which people watch out there. How many can you name?
So we have a few, like many, not even few.
So you see that again, instead of thinking about we don't have players in the national team, we should be thinking how can we produce players
Yes.
that will be present in top leagues,
Mhm.
and then now we have a say.
Wow.
So this is the focus we're going to focus. Like you said, how can we have more Eyong Enoh? How can we have more Tosta who are
Mhm.
playing professional?
Yeah.
Ebisako is playing professional. Marcus Mukake was playing
Yeah.
professional.
Professional.
If we don't develop our own, nobody is going to come and do it for us.
And it's possible to have them play over there if we feel say they need to play for national team. And then when they don't play for the most here, they no call them for can play for national team.
Just like I played, like I didn't
Yep.
have no godfather. I played
Yep.
in Ajax. Everybody saw me, and then I came.
They no be get
When
any option.
Mukake was playing in Sedan, everybody
Mhm.
saw him. He came.
Yeah.
Atem Valentine played football in Cameroon. His
Yep.
talent spoke. He was playing in Ghana. They
Mm.
called him. He played
Yep.
in went to Germany. They called him. Kwemaha, who played for Opopo, also
Mhm.
went played in Germany. Everybody saw him. They called him. This is Clinton J
Yep.
from our zone.
Yep.
Five Collins.
Five
So these are
Collins.
players who have proven themselves at top level football in Europe, and they are called. So you must have a case on the table before you talk. You
Wow.
see, I don't think when it comes to football internationally, yes, there could be a sense of marginalization in the past. Maybe I didn't
Mhm.
know more because I didn't grow in
Mhm.
that time. Maybe there was,
Mhm.
but still, I'm not sure because some of the elder brothers that I've spoken with, when they talk about football history, a lot of players even came to Southwest and Northwest and played football
Played.
before they went. before they went. So the level was really high. It was very
Mm-hmm.
respected, and it was top talent. And most of them were calling to the national team. The Diba Mukete,
Mm-hmm.
the Atem Valentine,
Toko
the
Roland.
Mba Jama, Toko Roland, the
Kalesone.
Kalesone. So you see that when talent speaks, who want to
Bro.
pass talent when talent is evident in front of everyone to see? You see, maybe they could have missed one or two people at a time, one or
Mm-hmm.
two bias, but I think that bias also happened even there, also among. So
Among
it's
us.
something that
Yeah.
plays everywhere. But my point is, if we develop our own and showcase our own and put quality up there,
Mm-hmm.
nobody can deny it.
That could you me. And the example of the rat you gave is so true. Some people no one even try because they know say they no go succeed.
Yeah, yeah,
Whereas we can forget the mentality, say I go try, I go succeed, I go be good for we and no go fit ignore me.
yeah.
Bro, this is now your days for national team. How was it for you? How you feel qualify am? Was it good? Was it super good? Was it just okay? Was it like your days for national team?
And for me, growing up in Cameroon, watching 1990 World Cup,
Mm-hmm.
watching 2000 Olympics, 2000 Nations Cup
Mm-hmm.
against winning in Nigeria, 2002,
Mm-hmm.
being in the national team is a great honor and a
Mm-hmm.
privilege
Mm-hmm.
among many millions of Cameroonians. I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
other people look at it, but for me, it was a great honor. And then for me, also was a destiny calling, was a destiny moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it. It was an opportunity time, was a great honor to serve my country, to represent my people, represent, like I say, my former teammates,
Mm-hmm.
because I knew when I was there, it was not just me, it was all my guys in Littlefoot, Mount Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
I was representing all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I saw it. I was representing a people, I was representing my values, I was representing my family. It for me was a call of duty. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
saw it. And then I was fortunate to be given that role, to be
Mm-hmm.
there and play at that level. And every moment that I had, I took it seriously because I knew it was not going to last forever.
Very
I
true.
knew it was a moment of destiny, and I wanted to get the best and give the best
Wow.
while it lasts, because someday I won't be here and other people are going to come. What
Mm-hmm.
will be remembered of me, of my passing here? So that's how I
Wow.
saw it. So it was a time for me to serve my country, to serve my people, but it was also a time for me to learn, to
Mm-hmm.
grow, and then to meet these big brothers that I've been seeing them from afar. It was
Mm-hmm.
just privileged to see them, learn from them, and also before I left, the next generation of young people come, inspire them, encourage them,
Mm-hmm.
and then move on. So for me, that's how I summarize my time in the national team. It was a very, very, very special moment for me, and I don't take it for granted because not everybody has that privilege. Even with all the talents, some people still didn't get that privilege to have to play at that level.
Bro, you were captain alongside Tofis, one of the greatest. We don't get them not only for Africa, around the world. Um, what would you say it was the biggest lesson you learned working with someone like that?
One of the things that most people don't know about Eto is his hard work. The guy is a professional.
Okay.
He's a hard worker. Most people don't know that. There's a lot of people see his talent, like
Mm-hmm.
he can score goal. But he works. He works. He puts work. He's like he has special trainers that are training with him, that are developing him. I mean, what most people see with Cristiano Ronaldo, like
Mm-hmm.
they say after training he goes to
Mm-hmm.
swimming pool, because all of that is shown. That's what Eto was doing privately.
Wow. Wow.
So, but now because it's not out there, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not like something big, not like fashion. But I can tell you, Eto is a hard worker, and he's someone who has strong determination and strong drive for what he
Wow.
wants to achieve. Those are the things I think I got really inspired, learning from him.
Bro, move go for your website again. You just tell we wait see they happen for the website. So people they watch now. Guys, continue to share the video. When they go for they feel it feel really easy for them for maybe go for which place where they want go.
So if they check the website, you can scroll and check on the different
Yeah.
services that we have. You have the home, but you
Yeah.
also have we have the section for the book. If you want to
Yes.
order the book, you can go on Amazon and order the book. We also have
Okay.
the section for the tiger mentality, which is the course which I teach on mental toughness. So
Yes.
awaken the tiger in you. I share
Mm-hmm.
my story, my experience, but I have a whole course on that. We also
Mm-hmm.
have the blog where we write content and encourage people and inspire them and motivate them to build
Mm-hmm.
mental resilience to
Mm-hmm.
deal with with different challenges that they are facing. And so you have a form that anyone who wants to get our the stuff that I'm sharing can subscribe,
First
as
time they
well
get the
as
form.
if you go down, if you scroll down towards the
Okay.
end of each page, you will see towards the end you will see you will see the whole stuff, the 4P model. It explains exactly what we are, the value that we're going to add, and then you
Okay.
can subscribe and make a request what you want from the different things that we are offering.
Mm-hmm.
The Whether you want to have the tiger mentality course for yourself as a professional, or you
Mm-hmm.
have a child who is a footballer,
Mm-hmm.
or is a professional, and you want them to have mentorship from us, we can
Mm-hmm.
mentor them and give them guidance and take them through some of our courses that we offer, which I offer mentorship courses.
Okay. Will you see contact information for you?
Yes, every
Number,
contact is there.
email.
Every
Mm-hmm.
contact is there. Yeah, everything is there. And also for parents who have children and they are not sure what to do, which clubs to pick for them, what kind of
Mm-hmm.
training they need, just
Mm-hmm.
general advice or consultancy that they need, they can book a session with me and I can
Mm-hmm.
guide them on how to go about with their children.
Man, this is beautiful. Baba, thank you very, very much for everything. Thank you for your time. Um, this was a blessing. This was a blessing. I don't know what I do for deserve this, but I dey just enjoy am me. I dey thank God. By the way, you're giving us other player. I don't chop, I don't belly full, but I want still for some.
No
You
worry,
give it, you give.
we'll talk that one for background so
You
that if
talk
it be
of
a
for background
surprise for all
surprise.
the followers of Toride.
My boss, Toridey is home any day, anytime. If there's anything you want us to do for you, just reach out to your brother. But like I said, you be inspiration, not just to the younger generation, even for people that be older than you. Especially after this conversation today, any man wey dey come up for year, we go talk say never learn more than plenty thing them. It a
Mm,
lie. Papa,
mm.
thank you very much. Just continue for be you and no say you there for fun day, we'll follow for back. Maybe last words to our community. We'll close that way.
No, I want to thank you for setting up this platform. I think that there's been a big need for a platform like this where our own can come and share our stories, inspire others, encourage them. We don't go through, and we are still kind of finding a way out of a very challenging experience and situation back in our country, in Northwest
Mm-hmm.
and Southwest, which
Mm-hmm.
is something which um, because things are a little bit calm doesn't mean it's a joke. It's a very
Mm-hmm.
serious thing that has happened to us.
Mm-hmm.
Many people have been affected. Um, Different people go about helping in different ways. Some people
Ways.
do it openly, some people
Mm-hmm.
do it in the background,
Back.
and every person they play their own small role, but no person, no day will be happy with how things have been going. We all want things to change. We're
Mm-hmm.
all praying that every person will step up, contribute for their own way,
Mm-hmm.
for encourage, for support, and so people are really they need this kind of platform where they can get positive and encouraging messages to say don't give up, right, irrespective of the challenges we're going back home.
Mm-hmm.
Out of it a beautiful story can come out of it. Great business ideas and opportunities can come back. Some person said the darker the night, then the brighter the day. Like
Mm-hmm.
our country be a representative of each and every one of us, our lives when we go through very dark and challenging moments. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to just leave uh, this encouraging word for some of us who they abroad, but for also those who are back home in Cameroon,
Mm-hmm.
who are on ground, because sometimes when they abroad, if you talk for TV, if you talk
Mm-hmm.
for platforms, so but
Mm-hmm.
people back home they are really going through tough time. I
Mm-hmm.
just want to encourage them and tell them that um, different people are doing things. Like I said, people
Mm-hmm.
would understand what I mean. They understand
Yeah.
what they talk. Different
Yeah.
people are supporting and kind of creating events for to kind of encourage people in the best way that they can. I believe that things will get better. People should not give up. We shouldn't give up on our country. We shouldn't give up on the future, which is dependent on us. We shouldn't give up on trying to do the right and the good things in the season where we're inside now. And every person, we don't go through all these experiences, then I see their life, me know say God get a big plan and a big purpose for them. And so all the followers of Toridey, thank you all for encouraging my brother in what he's doing. And I want to also tell him well done, because I know how people don't put you pressure so before you start this thing. I know the different barriers, the way you jump before you set the platform, but I want to say you are doing well, and
Mhm.
I think you can do better, and I think you will
Very
grow only
true.
bigger. And so
Amen.
well done to you so far to where you are, and well done to the things which you're going to do. And one of the reasons I believe, uh, let me say this statement.
Mhm.
Of course, I'm one of those people that believe in supporting serious people.
Mhm.
So when it says support your own, it not mean say my person active man will support you.
Support you. Okay.
It not mean say the person is a liar, I'm going to support it because it's
Yeah.
my own. No, my own is the person that wants to do good and sticks with the values that I believe in,
Mhm.
which is valuing people, respecting people, adding, encouraging, building positively,
Wow.
progressively,
Wow.
in an intellectual way, not just
Mhm.
out of
Mhm.
excitement and you just
Mhm.
want, no, no, no. If you're doing things that way, I will support you. So
Mhm.
I'm not just going to support because we are come from the same region, we speak the
Mhm.
same language. I'm not going to do that. We don't support blindly. You
Yeah.
support objectively, and
Mhm.
you support something that is progressive. And so
Wow.
that's why I'm supporting this platform, because I follow the content, I've seen the people that are coming, I've seen the response, and I see the impact it's having on
Wow.
people. And
Wow.
that's why you don't just see me making comments or
Mhm.
just around any kind of platform, because it needs to align with the values that I stand for. Even music, some
Wow.
people
Yeah.
some people send music and such a support. Well, you may be doing a good job, but if the music doesn't align with my
Line.
values, I pray for you to do well because you're working hard.
Mhm.
But when it comes to aligning and standing with it, then it is not reflective of the values I stand by. I will celebrate your success, but it
Mhm.
doesn't mean, the music aligns with my values. So that's my position when it comes to sticking to my values. Otherwise, I will not be the person who I am today. I will not stay on the lane that I am today. And I think that's something I don't compromise with.
Wow.
So great job, great job.
Boss, if you cancel me, means I will continue working. I will double that effort. Thank you very much, bro, man. You can actually sign out and at the camp for background, you give me tell me that person you give me next. By the way, you see my outfit? Now, so our brother
Amazing.
designer, yeah. So our brother, a freestyle fashion, doing wonderfully well.
Okay.
I think I don't know if you
Amazing.
don't see stuff then, but I will probably send you website. Me just check and see. Another
Okay.
hardworking man. We get so many people where they do so many things and we will continue with the push.
That's it. That's it. That's the spirit.
Boss,
Thanks so much for having me.
boss, no boss. Thank you very much, man. If you go on and on and on, but man, not take too much of your time.
It's okay. Thanks for having me.
Okay, boss. Wow, man. I don't know which have you talk, but I think this was a beautiful session. Um, yeah, 1 hour 22 minutes, close to 1 hour 30 minutes. That was loaded. That was loaded. If I say I never learn, I did lie. I don't learn a lot. And a person who I don't know you from childhood, but he don't share something then today we it don't shift my thinking. It don't share something then today we um yeah, okay. I think if you go for the website safe Enoh don't share Enoh. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, my brother. Jackie, you dey online, you no tell me the man. Oh God. Oh God, bro. Uh, yeah, some person they ask the website for a freestyle fashion. Mm, yeah, I want pull their website a big. Yeah. Now one of our brothers is doing, man. The guy is doing wonderfully well. The guy is doing wonderfully well. If you now look at this, now their website that's him, Sasho Duplex. Yeah, when I visit the website, now afristylefashion.com, I pin the website. Oh, afristylefashion.com. When I go for the one, I'll see a lot, so many beautiful things. whether na sports outfit, whether na formal outfit. And the pricing dey very very good for those wey dey Europe, wey dey America. We get persons wey dey fit ship to you. We get person dey fit ship to you no matter side where you dey. They, like I said, the website na Afristar. Ma pin that website. Okay, now in that way you don't put am for the ma just pin am. Yeah, now the website that afristarfashion.com. Guys, go visit the website. Check out what our brother they do. Like my brother, I'm Enoh come over talk. Support your own. Yeah, we go support our own. But me our own give you a good reason for support. If I wear my brother, you not tell me my wear am. You understand? You know, tell me in as much as you don't give me thing them for pass, but the one I buy on my money because I saw it. It was beautiful. It was really, really beautiful. When I look am, really, really beautiful. I buy am with my money. I decide for wear am today because we talk for some great person. We talk for my brother Enoh Eyong. You understand? And this is just like when you dey talk for some person like Enoh Eyong, you want wear something way he talk about tiger mentality. One way something way he represents you. One way something way the person we create he think deep, he think differently. You understand? He be consistent with what he do, he be push with what he do. So yeah, when I visit the website, man, I tell you, if you visit the website, you will really enjoy them. Main outfit, like he has a lot. He has a lot. And the good thing is every now and then it come up with very, very beautiful things in. Very, very beautiful things in. Very beautiful things in. Like I said, they ship around the US, they ship around Europe, for Africa, for Cameroon, they get shop. So if you feel visit the shop, fine. If you feel go for their website and check out stuff in order one or two, try them. You want give some person gifts, come for website like they're doing wonderfully well. That is a good thing about our generation. We think out of the box. um we think out of the box, we push, we work together as a team, we work together as a people, we support. Like it's just beautiful. My boss Johnson Binder. When you dey come out for Toridey, by the way, my boss Johnson Binder, I put them that way, they be come for Toridey na town, will be sit there for house. Will be there na for apartment. We dey hide for we dey lean for some corner, so we dey do Toridey. Now people they don't always be there for Toridey. Support not only physically but financially. Now people in that way, the devil will put out Toridey merchandise and nowhere for sure. So they don't only buy for themselves, they buy for so many other people. We disagree on so many things, and sometimes we argue. Sometimes, but guess what? We don't understand what it means to be a family, to be a community. So long as we all dey look towards one direction, we know say which way to want and we'll get them. Thank you for being there, bro. Thank you for being there. My brother, Mr. Leon Ganda Ngenda, sorry. Um uh, uh, uh my brother Leon Genda, another wonderful community person. Very humble, very simple, family oriented person. Doing wonderful work also for the community. Very, very supportive. Valerie SMA, my boss. Thank you, Papa. Thank you. We'll continue to do the small we'll fit do Michael Jamia. You the drive, you dey watch video. That's risky, bro. But I understand the feeling. You will feel watch the video after. But I understand the feeling. However, when you get to Dallas, let me know. I don't know if when you get here, I will see before studio or you are monitor now. But when you get here, just let me know how many minutes away you this. If I feel wait you for you, I feel wait you all. But I don't know. Um my brother Gabaru, same will share that Veroni website. Veroni website now. Now Veroni website that 4pballer.com. 4pballer.com. So man fit type and for comment section a big. Veroni website na 4pballer.com. 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 My brother AJ say person watch Toridey no hear the word community and people means you were not attentive. AJ, you know how they do it, you know. Massa. Oh God, my brother Ayo, wow. My pastor day house. My pastor be the watch. Oh God. Sometimes we are tempted to feel like people hate you. We are tempted to feel like people not like you. We are tempted to feel like people need support you. That be true. Yesterday, I don't know, for some reason, one of that moment where they reflect, I realized everyone wants to support you. Everyone wants to support you. And I just say people will support you differently and maybe during different times for your life. But some person like me, I be fortunate. Say throughout my life, it's been support, support, support. That's the reason why anytime you hear me talk, you go hear community, community, community. I always talk about community. I always talk about community. I always talk about community because that's how I did. That's how I grow. Or from this person to that person to this other person, like from hand to hand, from hand to hand to hand to hand to hand. They talk about my pastor, Mark Fondo. For those who are known and follow ye, this is someone who is loaded. When I say loaded, not about him being a pastor or about the gospel. No, that one day intact. But as a person, an ordinary person, he is loaded. And if you wait for when he will actually start put out the messages him out there, um, yeah, I was talking about that community person we are be another person that Pastor Mark. Um, Sometimes they be at the joke we say, so you don't teach about 2,000 people in driving for $10. And I'm serious. You don't teach so many people driving. I mean, what, like when you come out Cameroon come, you get for get person, you get for drop you, pick you, drop you around there and here and there. Now people then like this one, they always do that kind of work for you. You don't do one for a very long time. You no ever hear complain. Teach people for drive, pick them for here, drop them for day, do one, do that one. Apostle Mark found on name. Una follow ye. Um, me maybe the talk the other day we come studio, they tell me say, no worry, very soon we will start do the thing the way you want mad. No be two one mad do but the thing the way you get for the do for a different level. He already do those things now, but he go start doing for a different level. Where I feel like everyone will go follow you from today, for his social media, will be amazed. Um, we'll get another person will be the watch my brother and Zumbe Million. I'll tell a small story about who we are really be. When I talk about me being that community person, that person we grow for street, grow from hand to hand. When I feel like the joke, my brother and Jumbe Million the watch. I remember when I be there Limbe where they play for Akada, where I don't live Kumba, they play for Akada. Now I be dey play for Akada, I be there for that level way. I get salary for month, I get signing money, I be get my small money way. Every other person every other person go meet on me, they expect I go give money, even if na 1,000, even na 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, or give them credit and all of that. And na life that for footballer. Na life that for footballer. But guess what? Di my brother and Jumbe, my H mate, my everything, everything, everything. He never even get money per me or anything. But he be make a habit say any day we see me, anytime we meet up, he will give me even a 1,000 or 2,000. And when he give me that money, they tell me say I dey invest in you because I know say someday you go give back to the community. He did that so many times. Now things the way it's difficult for me for forget them. And that is what we are trying to do now. That is why we're trying to give back. You see, just imagine we'll be really young, 20, 21, 22. You get some friend where the inside take your own small hard earned money, they give you and I give you say, I dey see your qualities, I dey see who you could become in the future. So now my investment is because I know see you to go invest in people someday. You may million. I think go ahead and for talk about I get these stories like 1 million. I dey bring all these stories and then because say I want to just praise the people or I want to just celebrate them or because I want to stop because they watch this life. No. I dey bring these stories up for understand say we have a community and it takes everyone. It takes everyone to invest. It takes everyone to put in something. It takes everyone to do something about our community positively for their own small way, and that's how we go grow. We don't talk today for Veron. We don't talk today for Veron. I hear what Veron talk. If now one man, instead of take that money, just throw him. Because you want dreaming, but because you know, find one man, invest in their mindset, and you invest in them personally. Before you know, even if after 50 years, 100 years, 200 years, our community go get to a place where we no go lack. Because we no lack. Any man dey for a corner, they do your own small. Pastor Mark, they do your own for the corner. My brother Gabaro, they do your own for that corner. And my brother, the Baron. And if you talk how many times, the Baron, my brother, the Baron, the Atlanta, businessman. And if you count how many times he don't call me, tell me, say, pa, anytime where you need support financially for we for take Toridey to the next level, let me know. Any like but me too, and if you take advantage because say person not say, hey, when you need support, make a man know. I just go say, oh, the man send 2,000, send 3,000 because I want take the money, go dream me, or want take the money, go do go. No, no be say the work. You understand? I must make sure say everything they in place. I must make sure say whatever thing I need them for me, I really need them. One if you provide them for myself before I go for you. So that way the investment way they make them, it will produce good results. My brother said together we stand. Nothing that we for do. Now, sometimes we focus too much on the negative things about people or the funny things with people we don't do or the things that people we do I will not like them. More group past that stage, no. More group past that stage. Even we say we get our flaws. I never tell people say if you pay attention from our flaws, you'll miss the blessing being around Nasako. I am a very, very nice person. I'm a very, very nice person. But I be flawed. I get so many, many bad things about me also. I struggle for become a better person. And I believe in that. So every other person in the struggle will become a better person. But guess what? As a community, we get for help each other grow. You don't notice it will pay more attention to people that are positive way of doing things or people that are positive person. Even the negative thing about them will disappear along the way. Because we don't tell them, say, this is the person you are, not the person you will be. And before you know it, boom, they don't grow. Today was just beautiful. Today was just beautiful, man. I been no say no, na big footballer, na smart guy, na this, na that. But man, the guy take the whole thing to another level. Okay, my brother Valerie SMS would like to get my contact. I think it's for the Toridey page, but if you know the my number na 214-779-1606. I put them 214-779-1606. 214-779-1606. But tap me for WhatsApp, more talk. We are stronger together, Pastor Mark. We are stronger together. We'll not get mommy, we'll not get papa. I will talk this any day, anytime. We'll not get mommy, we'll not get papa. We'll just get to understand the concept of community, concept of family, concept. And when I talk about, may man not take me talking about community if you say I mean only anglophone or only Kumba Pikinde or only we Bamenda Pikinde or no. When I talk about community, I'm talking about you as an individual first. You understand? After you and the closest people that will get and when they are family. After your family, your neighborhood. After your neighborhood, your city or your town. After that, maybe your region. After your region, the country. After the country, Africa. After Africa, the world. That is how we want to impact the world. That's how we want contribute to globalization. That's how we want to contribute to the world. You understand? So when I talk about community, I'm not talking about some small specific group of people that they want to go hold whole meeting for the drag other people then down. No. I'm talking about you and how you can actually do things positively to impact the world at large. Okay, my brother, I didn't know you just come off for beep me so. If you text me for WhatsApp or if you talk later after this, we are at 139. Man, thank you guys for watching. And I don't forget to share the video one last time before I leave. My brother Kevin, a woman, Jackie. Well, bro, man, we need to talk. I hope to have you on to read it so you can share that beautiful story of yours, man. Asa Joel. Asa Joel, thank you for watching. My brother Rudy. Rudy, do you still Kanye or you need Kanye again? The Baron, thank you. My sister CV Ano, thank you, Mama. Thank you for today. Oh, my boss Emmanuel Ngang. Boss, I don't know. I beg, what are you my number my who's that number? They might pin that number. My brother Emmanuel Ngang, I beg, take my number. I beg, he send me a number for WhatsApp. We need to talk, bro. You're doing wonderful. You're doing wonderful, man. You do wonderful. Yeah. Say Akuchu, my sister Soli Egbe. Thank you so much. I hope you're more. We'll take that one. We'll talk for back about that. Ah, Mbaka. Sango. Sanga. Oh God. This was a beautiful session. This was a beautiful session. This was a beautiful session. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for today. My brother Esprit, always there for your boy. Aqua Hoffman. Michael Jamia, B. Sylvia. Eh. Boss Francis might be the watch. I don't even notice so. Oh God, my sweetheart jealous. Sweetheart, my love. Mm. Yeah, it was a beautiful session. Guys, now don't forget what you wear and in a freestyle fashion. Go check their website. They have things like this for men and for women. Go there, go check, enjoy for yourself. What are sportswear? Uh, what are I mean, they have a lot. They have a lot of beautiful things. They have a lot of beautiful things. Just go to their website, which is africstarfashion.com, and check for yourself. Thank you very much for today. I think we don't do a lot. We don't do a lot. We don't do a lot. We don't do a lot more sign. I beg una don't forget for share. Guys, one last time. Una like that page. Una like to read the page. I beg. Una like to read the page. Una click on the notification button so that way anytime we come live, una fit easily know so they like my brother Betty Banks. My brother Betty Banks, thank you very much for watching with us today. Yeah, una click on the notification for Lions Academy. Thank you for watching. My brother Franklin, I think you need to come on to read a Franklin, you need to come on to read a beg. You need to come on to read a more talk for backside to see how we if we make coming happen. When I click on that notification bell, so every time we go live, um when I'll get notification. And even one, I don't know if we don't go live or not. When I come for the page, we get when I go back go watch all videos. We have good content. When I yet to a on talk. He actually surely go for the page. You go make sure see you understand, see what we're trying to do. And then coming here was just his own way of saying, I like what you guys are doing. We'll get for continue in that light. And not only if you make it happen, not only if you make them, not only if you carry we go for play we want go. As a community, as a group of people, we'll just get for gather and continue push the way they push. Thank you very much for today. And the small tool that we get done for today.